G'day Beaks and Beaks to Bee. Are you curious about learning more about beekeeping? I have been a beekeeper for over 55 years and rearing queen bees since the 1980s. Welcome to Beekeeping with a Difference. The two single nukes in the centre are the same height, and the two outside ones are going to be transferred into those and then become double nukes for producing honey. These into here and check, just take the first one out very steadily and check for the queen, just to make sure the queen is marked. And you're on your left. These brood I'll put in the centre. Check. 9 frames at the top. The experiment revealed a huge amount of unnecessary work. Well, somehow we just make in case they actually transfer an egg, because I found that if there's an empty cell, sometimes they like happen to you can transfer an egg to an empty cell and then a queen cell can start.
So you're going to look at that in about 7 days' time?
Yep, 5 to 7 days' time. There are 9 frames evenly spaced in all honey supers. In the brood super there are 10 frames and they are all fixed tight together with equal space on the outside walls. Now that we have completed the hive, we can replace the queen in the brood super. Whenever I locate a queen, I cage her so that the hive can be worked very quickly. There she goes into the brood super. Just give a couple of puffs so the queen keeps going underneath the entrance of the hive. Sometimes there can be a wall of bees there. The double brood nukes by transferring into a 10 frame honey production hive as a triple in a very short time. I'm now transferring the other double nuke 4 frame brood into the other 10 frame honey production hive. If there is a drag to the frame when the first frame is being removed, let it go back down again and space your frames so that you can get it back out easily. The queen could be down in there, but you wouldn't know. Use as little smoke as possible when working the brood super. Otherwise you can chase her off to China. There's the queen. We need to remark her. Grab a holder by the legs so it's easier to the white out and you just dob it on. Hold her for a few seconds so that the white out starts to dry. Then put her in the cage so that you can work your hive a lot quicker, knowing where she is. It'll take the bees about 3 or 4 days for them to settle down and settle in, because they've been used to intermingling with the other bees. Once your excluder is on, you can place your queen back in the entrance to the brood super, providing there's not a whole lot of bees on the outside walls. Sometimes the queen has been known to climb outside and in behind the bees into the honey super. The honey super that's being lifted now is nearly full, so that you always have your most honey on the top and your empties in the centre, which is called under supering. Bees work from the top down, so it's a recipe for disaster if the empty super is placed on top, as bees don't like to go through a full super. Each hive is considered up to optimum bee numbers for high honey production. By nightfall, all these excess bees that have been shaken onto the ground will be back in the hives by dark.